Alright, hi, welcome to the demo of Mayak, or at least I think that's how you actually pronounce it. So, this is a linear, sort of visual novel, and it is utterly beautiful. Each of these frames are just like hand-drawn, and it's just like, damn, this looks really nice. I love it, and I mean, of course, I grew up in the era of visual novels and all that stuff. Well, a bit later actually, I think. Yeah, around that time. But yeah, it is. I mean, it looks great. That's all I really have to say for it. But yes, essentially this game, this is a story about humanity's first contact with extraterrestrials. And so yeah, without further ado, grab a cup of coffee and let's get going with the demo of Mayak. Gonna be lots of reading. That's fine. Alright. I dreamed about Nina again. My Nina. My brain tosses me little bits of joy in my sleep. Thanks, brain. I needed that. I wonder, how is she doing now? Open eyes. Light. Wait. What? I can see a light? Oh, crap. I fell asleep with the glow stick still lit. God, I'm an idiot. The glow stick burned for nothing. It doesn't have much left. I could have had a whole day of light, but instead I slept through it. Oh, brilliant. Did I say a whole day? Funny. I have no idea how many days I've been here. Feels like somewhere around 10, 20 days. Right. What about oxygen? My old tank is way too light. I need to refill it with oxygen. Fast. It would be nice not to die from my own stupidity. Oh, you can actually move. Refill the oxygen. Sleeping spot. Airlock door. Huh. Okay, how do I do this? Equipment. Glow sticks. Glow stick box, Geiger counter, and battery. Okay. Oh, tree. Hey then, droid. Hope you're still hanging in there. I don't know why, but I feel like you're still alive. I know the leaves are gone and photosynthesis is a thing of the past. But I hope there are still some nutrients in the soil for you. We'll make it, buddy. We'll make it. Okay. Here's the oxygen station. Connecting the mini tank to the big tank. A couple seconds and the pressure should equalize. Okay. The oxygen pressure needle dropped in the red zone. Oh, he doesn't have much left then. And that's my last big tank. For God's sake. When the oxygen runs out, I'll have to breathe the room air. My eyes are still stinging, which means the room is full of smoke and fumes. I don't know how long I'll last on this air. Minutes or hours. I'm not eager to find out. Anything else here? Airlock door. I've tried to open this door a lot of times. I think it's locked from the other side or locked down automatically. No idea what's behind it. Oh. Crap. Glow stick's dying. I'm a genius, obviously. Slept through all the light it had. Need to check if there are any new glow sticks left. Find the glow sticks. I know where they are. Tank yet. There they are. No new glow sticks left. Just a pile of used ones. Oh, right. I think I kept a few new glow sticks under the pillow. New check. Under the pillow. My improvised sleeping spot. Honestly, I'm not complaining. Give a guy a horizontal surface and he'll sleep on it. That's true. There it is. It's the last one. Looks like dark times are coming. Well, it had to happen eventually. I think I'll hold off for now and save it for an emergency. Yeah, I'll have this in the dark, but I'll survive without light. Somehow. I've got the tiny spot on the Geiger counter. Holy crap, sorry. I'll glance at it now and then. I still have plenty of food and water. But the oxygen really worries me. Just think. Just recently I was sleeping peacefully next to Nina. 20 days ago, right? And now I'm doing accounting for glow sticks and oxygen tanks. Chapter 1, Nina. 20 days earlier. Oh, interesting, we have establishing lore. Cat? Isaac? What the? I was sleeping so nicely. You absolute animal, Isaac. Why are you on top of me? Okay. I'm not falling back asleep anyways. Come on, get off me, you little bandit. It's still pitch dark. I should at least put on my glasses or I'll break something by accident and wake Nina. Glasses, easel. Hehe. Thanks for not knocking my glasses onto the floor. Good kitty. It's so cute. So something bad happened to Isaac, no? Oh, I forgot to put the telescope away. Too bad I can't see the far side of the moon. I'd give a kidney for a flight to the new observatory on the far side. Okay, maybe not a kidney, but a pinky? Absolutely. A network of radio antennas, a supercomputer, a swarm of lunar satellites, rovers, a station. Oh, that's right, we should just toss all the data centers onto the moon because it's colder. Clearly big brain things here. No harm in dreaming. With my eyesight, they'd never let me become an astronaut. Jupiter and its 4 moons. I can't pronounce that. Europa, Callisto, and the 4th one. Blanking on it. Jupiter, so that would be Juno, right? Is it? No, it's not. Juno's the satellite that was sent to spy on Jupiter. But yeah, interesting. The moons are all grouped on one side of Jupiter, making a little diamond. Like they're running lights on a flying saucer. Now, clearly that's foreshadowing. That's clearly a Chekhov's gun, because there's no way that he would make that connection, right? That's the most random line to spill. This is a very strange tree. We couldn't figure out the exact species. Something between a common birch and Litvinov's birch. Winter winds and snow-twisted branches. But where that huge growth on the trunk came from is still a mystery to us. Probably like a parasite or something. It happens a lot to trees. Oh, beautiful view. Down below, I can see the road to the observatory. Though I prefer taking the mountain trail to work. So you're what, an astrophysicist? Okay. The canvas is covered with a cloth and I'm strictly forbidden to peek. Alright. I want to look at Nina just for a moment. I'll just look. Just a couple seconds, any longer, and it gets weird. If she opens her eyes now, she'll think I'm insane. Oh, crap. Oh, what are you doing? You scared me. Standing there in the dark, like some kind of creep. Why aren't you sleeping? Okay, well, that is kind of creepy. Honestly, I haven't been sleeping well lately. I keep waking up. But this time, the cat woke me up. Sounds about right. You still look like a total creep. Thanks. I'll wander around the house for a bit. Maybe kidnap someone or eat them. You don't mind? Of course, honey. Just don't eat the cat, please. There's still plenty of food in the fridge. Listen, I have an idea. I was putting together a little surprise for your birthday. Your birthday's not for a while, and I'll get you something else then. But right now, I feel like you could use a little present. And we've never used a fireplace in this house. Maybe you could get the fireplace going? And then I'll give you your surprise. What do you say? Whoa, didn't see that coming. Sounds cool. So, I want fireplace duty. And keeping the cat alive. And then a surprise? That's right. Just try not to burn the house down. Deal. Oh, that's bright. A small painting by Nina. I asked her if something had happened to the owner of the boat or if the current just carried it away. Nina said the boat's owner is swimming nearby, just outside the painting, floating like a starfish or watching the fish. I imagine it's Nina floating there, completely at peace. Not even the viewer can disturb her. My favorite photo, our first vacation together. We're riding along the ocean coast on a rented scooter, going wherever the road takes us. I told Nina I knew how to ride a scooter, but that was actually my first time on one. Since then, she thinks a little longer before agreeing to one of my adventures. Oh, my frame's kind of dropped. Oh, I have one new email. From Zenya-kun, niceforcedev@gmail.com. Subject ahem. Beta the Fox, solar panel swarm. Let's get straight to the point. At the Institute, we tested the possibility of a Dyson sphere existing around Beta of the Fox. Dyson sphere, if I remember correctly, is just like a sort of civilization built around of a star, so that it could just constantly harvest its energy. I think that's just the general premise of it. Long story short, a Dyson sphere is actually a solid explanation. Imagine the star surrounded by translucent solar panels that collect to explain it now. That collect energy, and the aliens control the panel's transparency, specifically at the 3 centimeter wavelength. That's why we can see the pulsations at that frequency from Earth. It sounds insanely cool. Right now, it's our strongest working hypothesis. Here's my crappy sketch, just the way you like it. And you two still haven't gotten married yet? Okay, so there's some Morse code, which I'll decode right now. Okay, so the Morse code just says, "Say hi to Nina and Isaac." Yeah, that's cute. It's an email from Zenya. Okay. I haven't seen him in forever, not since he moved abroad. I think he's studying the thermodynamics of radiation from Beta of the Fox. The Dyson sphere part is interesting. The idea has been floating around, but it looks like they were the first to prove a Dyson sphere is actually feasible. Though, I don't buy the Dyson sphere theory. It's just too complicated. It's too complicated for humans, maybe not for aliens. There's Morse code at the bottom. We used to be into Morse code and send each other little ciphers. Let's see. Looks like S means A, the code. Why did I even decode it? I didn't know they were gonna do that for me. Yep, got it. And hi to you too, old friend. I'll probably write back in the morning. Dyson sphere. I don't remember what type of civilization the Dyson sphere was. Like type 3, I think, at that point. I need to bring some firewood. Got it, don't worry. I'll look in the kitchen. Ooh, ominous blue light. Anything else I can interact with? Exit? Well, now why would I want to do that? Alright, let there be light. The dampers are open. In theory, this should be easy. The match is so bright. It flickers so nicely. But no one would rate this kind of flicker as a signal. But if I cover the match with my hand, then I cover it again, and cover it again, then I can send information. Morse code, for example. Or it could be something passing in front of a star. I think that's how they try and find things. Because, well, I think... Oh man, my astronomy is not nearly good enough, but... Yeah, essentially how they can sort of see. I think one of the methods of being able to see whether something's like a star or a planet, or just like where there's like a solar system and all that stuff, is just seeing if like a light sort of flickers in the sky, because that means something's passing in front of it and stuff like that. I don't know, it's very interesting. I'm not nearly qualified enough to even talk about it, but there's so much research to be done. It's just kind of a shame that there's so much light pollution, and you know, there's just more and more satellites up in the sky for, you know, technological reasons, but we sacrifice a lot about, you know, astronomy for that side of things. What's the point in sending in the number 3571? Yes, it's a prime number, so what? Though that's not even what bothers me the most. Beta of the Fox. What's your secret? You're so close and still endlessly far from us. Just 32 light years. Why send a signal over distances like that? Even if we figure out what 3571 means in the reply, they won't receive on Beta of the Fox until 64 years after we send it. That's insane. I can't imagine communication across distances like that. If I ask how their day's going, only my grandson will live to hear the answer. The fire's burning pretty well, though. So beautiful. And so much warmer now. Thank you so much. So, ready for your surprise? Of course, it's all I've been thinking about. Got lost thinking about the match and completely forgot about the surprise. Hand it over. Oh, have some tact, man. Did you think it would be that easy? To get your surprise, you have to complete a quest. Whoa, seriously? You even made a quest? How much XP do I get for completing it? Let's say 3,571 XP. Are you kidding me? I can't stand looking at that number anymore. Fine then, 1,000 points. The quest has several riddles. Here's our first clue. Okay, the next clue is with the cutest guy in this house. The cutest guy in this house? I think I know. Young adventurer, you have stepped onto the path of trials. Don't let me down. Alright, I'm off. Good luck. Alright, Isaac, where are you at? Isaac? Where'd he go? Oh, Isaac. Hey, cutest guy. Hey, stop right there. Don't sound so threatening, my guy. Come here, little bandit. birds have completely stopped coming here because of you. Maybe just like riding the feeder? Talk, where's the next clue? Hey Isaac, there's something on your collar. Something's attached to it. Uh-huh. There it is. The next clue is in the trash. In the trash. Isaac, do you think Nina wants me to dig through actual trash? Or is there some hidden meaning there? Alright, off you go. You're free. Like email trash then. Oh, you're already here. I decided to come out and join you. Excellent use of a blanket. I knew you appreciate it. So, did you find the second clue? Yep, and I think this one's harder. I believe in you. You do have a PhD after all. Now she's roasting me too. Anyway, come to me if you need a hint. But then your XP reward drops to 5,000. The stakes are incredibly high. I'll turn my PhD brain all the way up. Listen, can I look through the telescope for a minute? Of course. What do you want to look at? The moon? Can we look at that star instead? You mean the star the signal's coming from? Beta of the Fox? Yes. Can we see it? No promises. I'll have to fiddle with it a bit, but let's try. There. Good. An amateur telescope can only do so much. We'll barely see anything. Let's try anyway. Do you see the nebula down there? Yes, very beautiful. That's the Dumbbell Nebula. There used to be an ordinary star there, but it got old and collapsed into a white dwarf. So I think if I remember correctly, the classification, like whether it collapses to a red dwarf, a white dwarf, and whatever, sort of depends on the mass of the star. Because essentially, and someone can correct me on this, but I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. Essentially, what's actually happening is that, well, first off, a star is just a collection of like nuclear sort of reactions on like, you know, for a bunch of gases, you know, and those nuclear reactions essentially support the mass of the star. But the moment that, you know, everything burns out and all of that stuff, the mass sort of collapses on itself because, well, there's nothing to really support it anymore, and then becomes something like a red dwarf, white dwarf. I think there's actually a brown dwarf as well, but I'm not too sure. I'm a bit out of touch with my astronomy knowledge. And through a huge gas, why do they use huge gas? Like, a certain amount of gas around. Will our sun collapse like that too? Yes, one day we'll turn to something like that too. But not for a few billion years. We've got time. Now, find the brightest star near the top. Yeah, I see it. That's the 14th star in the Fox constellation. Now, draw an imaginary line from the 14th star to the Dumbbell Nebula. There should be 3 stars along that line. The first one, the second one, and then the third. A barely visible reddish speck. That's Beta of the Fox. It's really faint, but I can see it. Fantastic. Is the signal still coming from it? Yes. Every second, they're broadcasting number 3571. Right now? Yes, right now. And right now too. Remind me, how far away is that star? 32 light years, which means if information traveled at the speed of light, it would take 32 years to reach our planet. Which, I mean, you know, sounds simple, but the speed of light is, you know, unmatched. About 32 light years. So the signal we're picking up now was sent 32 years ago. Not exactly. Because that's assuming that the signal travels at the speed of light, but radio waves probably don't travel that fast, right? Someone can stop me from mansplaining, but yes. Insane, right? Yeah, what if they're not transmitting anything anymore? The light from Beta to Fox would be 32 years ago. But, not sure about the signal itself. And we're just picking up an old signal. That's probably it. Sure, that's possible. But we have no way to check. Keep looking if you want. I'll get back to the quest. Yes, I'll look a little longer. Good luck with that second riddle. And thanks for not eating the cat. Why would I ever eat the cat? The trash? Okay. Dig through the trash on the computer. My trash is usually empty, but right now there's some text file in it. Hell yeah. I need to restore and read it. Hi adventurer, the next clue is behind you and me. Another clue. Behind you and me. So that's the portrait. Challenge accepted. So, did you solve the trash riddle? Yeah, I found the file. Yeah, I was afraid you'd get stuck. Bro, I called that the moment I got the clue. You're awesome. Thank you. Oh, okay, well, he says that too. Thanks for the praise. I'll keep that in mind when I give you grief for using my computer. I didn't see anything incriminating. Promise. I found the next clue. Behind you and me. So, I'm wondering if I should check your back pockets. Hey, come here. My shorts don't have pockets. Dude, I feel so... Oh, man. Girl clothing is so sad, bro. They don't have pockets. It sucks, bro. A lot of their clothing just don't have pockets. I'm like, how do you guys survive? This sucks. The fashion industry sucks. Think carefully. If you're into any trouble, I'll be by the fireplace. Okay, back to the adventure. Behind you and me. There it is. Another clue. Let's see. Nina says I'm allowed to take the cloth off the easel. Congratulations, this is official permission to remove the cloth from the easel. I wonder what's under there. There's the present. Looks like I finished the quest. I need to go to Nina and open the present with her. God, she's the best. Dude, this looks so good. Especially the changing light too. Like, look at how it changes. Hand painted. Insane, love it. I finished the quest and found a present. Yay, I knew you could do it. The cutest guy riddle was pretty obvious. I was afraid the trash and painting riddles would be a problem. But you did great. I picked you for a reason. Yeah, I'm definitely quite a catch. Ugh, get a room, you two. The present's so beautiful. I almost feel bad opening it. Come on, open it. I want to see if you like it. Let's see. Honestly, I'm a little nervous about the present. It might seem a little weird. Or very weird. I don't know. I've been worrying about it for days. I'm tired of keeping it all to myself. I even wanted to hide it, but never give it to you. Never give it to you, sorry. Hey, don't worry so much. I'm sure I'll love it. Oh. The disk of information that was sent to space. I don't remember what the telescope was called. Or the satellite, sorry. But yeah. The disk of human information. Whoa, this is a Pioneer plaque. The Pioneer probes were launched back in the early 70s and sent beyond the solar system. That's right. I read that contact with them was lost a long time ago. The Pioneers carried plaques like this with a message for aliens, and you painted a copy of one. Yes, I painted a copy of the plaque in oils on a round canvas. That's even cooler. Do you know what it shows? Numbers, music, and stuff like that. A copy of from a photo while digging into the details. I know it's a message. You've been so obsessed with the signal these past few months. I thought you'd get a kick out of it. If it ever carries you somewhere far away. Oh, I get it. I can picture it now. I end up, oh no, in some village in the middle of nowhere. And the locals don't recognize me, but they recognize these drawings. So they know for sure I'm from Earth. Nina, this is priceless. You dork. Well, what if you fly off into space to your bait of the fox? Then you can take this painting with you. And when the aliens meet you, you'll show them the painting and they'll understand everything. You joke, but I'm taking you with me. I can't cook. I'll be doomed out there alone. True, you wouldn't last long without me. We'll take Isaac with us too. Want me to tell you about the symbols? Yes, I like the way you talk about space. Oh boy, I hope Nina isn't just saying that to be polite. Either way, I'm not missing a chance to talk about space. Look, there are only 3 drawings here. Let's look at the first one. What do you think it is? I don't know, looks like a sea urchin. A balding one. Not bad. Let me explain a bit better. Go on. So, stars can be big or small, then there are super duper giant stars. And when they die, their cores collapse in a massive explosion and become neutron pulsing stars. Neutron stars spin very fast. Huge jets of plasma shoot out of their poles, and those plasma jets rotate along with the star. As the neutron star spins, the jet points toward Earth, and then away from it. And from Earth, we see it as pulses. Every pulsar has its own unique pulse. It's steady and barely changes, so you can use pulsars as reference points. Pulsars are basically lighthouses. That's actually romantic. Now, look at the diagram. The diagram shows our star surrounded by bright pulsars. These are the pulsars. And this is our sun with Earth nearby. If aliens can see those pulsars too, they can figure out where our sun is. So, it's our home address? Exactly. Of course, our sea urchin theory was pretty good too. But here we're telling aliens, hey, we're here, come visit. That's actually a really neat way to solve the home address problem. I like it, you're clever. Completely agree. The original plaque had more details that didn't make into this version. But we won't get into that. Okay, well that's a backhanded compliment, come on man. What else is encoded here? For example, these little circles. And these little stick things. What are they? Oh, this one's hard to explain in detail. But basically, it's the spectral line of neutral hydrogen. The what? I'm not explaining it either. The atom, and then there's things spinning around it. Yeah. Let me try to explain it in normal human words. Look, this is a hydrogen atom, the smallest and simplest atom. It has 1 electron and 1 proton. This is the electron, and this is the proton. The proton and electron also have a spin. It's a quantum property of particles, and it's hard to explain, but you can draw it simply with arrows. Sometimes the electron flips its spin, and then flips back. And do you know how often that happens? I don't know, once every couple minutes? Close. Once every 11 million years. Oh, more often than you wash the— Oh, come on, man. Wash the dishes more often. I always wash the dishes. You know why? Because I hate washing dry, crusty dishes. That's the worst feeling ever, and I hate it. Probably true. And when it happens, hydrogen gives off a special kind of light. It's always the same, with the same wavelength, 21 centimeters. 21 centimeters? Should I not make a dirty joke right now? Huh, maybe not this time, Nina. Okay, so one little ray comes out every 11 million years. That's rare. Right, but the whole galaxy is full of hydrogen, which means the whole galaxy is filled with 21 centimeter light. Now that's different. If anyone lives in a galaxy, they know about this light. So you're saying it's a ruler? Yes, it's a cosmic ruler. This little line in the middle stands for 21 centimeters. Honestly, that sounds way too complicated. Why don't you just draw a 21 centimeter line? You could, but the hydrogen trick also gives you a cosmic clock. Also, 21 centimeters could be different for other beings, though. Because the reason why, I mean, if we write 21, that's different. But I guess like if you carve out like a line that's like exactly 21 centimeters, that'd be different. But like, you can't write down 21. But I digress. If you divide 21 centimeters by the speed of light, you get a unit of time, a super tiny fraction of a second. And that unit is used in the labels for each pulsar. I know, I think it's overcomplicated too. But that's what the scientists chose. Okay, let's say I buy that, but why tell aliens about a ruler? You'll see. Now, let's look at the third picture. What do you think? Well, this one's obvious. At the bottom are the planets for our solar system, and you can see the spacecraft leaving Earth. And the people, aliens, are supposed to understand what we look like. Right? Yes. The human figures look suspiciously like you and me. Speaking of 21 centimeters. Do you think I was too modest with your, you know, I made everything life-size and didn't pretty anything up? Sorry. Oh my god, that's not what I meant. See this little line on the side? That's the 21 centimeter unit of length. Ah. Aliens are supposed to use it to figure out that the woman is about 170 centimeters tall and the man is 180, so 1.7 meters and 1.8. Oh. Well, thanks for at least giving me a flat stomach. And yourself too. Hey, my stomach is actually flat. Okay, I was joking. And who's this cute kid next to you? Is this a pregnancy announcement? Well, the original Pioneer plaques only had adults on them. I thought that was unfair. What if aliens think we have 3 sexes? Big apes, flat stomach apes, and 20 dwarf apes. It's crazy. Well, let them think whatever they want. It was just an impulse. I think we've reached an awkward pause. Is the child next to us supposed to be a hint? Nina looks embarrassed. I probably do too. Nina said it was just an impulse. Maybe I shouldn't have made those dumb jokes. But I didn't know what else to say. Maybe that's why Nina was nervous and didn't want to give me the present. Yeah. Hey. Why'd you go quiet? And you react somehow. But how? Yeah. Oh my god, no. Don't do that. Hey, come here. After all, what's the big deal? My thoughts are a mess. Nina's beautiful. Okay, well, I'm not voicing that, bro. She's unbelievably beautiful. Maybe it's just the hormones talking. But who cares? I don't like the back. Oh, okay, well, no, not the background sounds. Come on, man. Well, with the mom. I did not need those details. You okay? I'm okay. Are you? I'm very, very okay. I made the mistake of voicing everything. You know, you're weird. Why? Because that was really unexpected. I don't know what you imagined in that head of yours. Anyways, forget it. Just for context, I did not realize it would lead to that. I don't mind. You never used to. Oh, but I liked it. I'm sorry for being prude. I'm a little confused. Either way, I can't think right now and I don't want to. I just feel good. Okay, well. Look who's here. Our cutest little fluff ball. Hi, Isaac. I hope you didn't see it. We just decided to lie on the floor for a bit. Nothing weird. Listen, Nina. Do you ever think about adding Isaac to the painting? So the aliens know we have pets? I'm scared to imagine what you'd do if there were a cat in the painting too. Ay, bro. I'm scared to imagine it too. Exactly. Anyways, cats can evolve on their own. They can invent their own rockets and send their own plaques into cat drawings with cat drawings in space. And nobody's stopping them. Yes, the harsh truth of life. So, Isaac, ready to evolve? He just laid down. That's right. Evolution can happen while you're lying down. Look at sloths and pandas. I think that's my phone. Who's calling in the middle of the night? What's her name? Oh no, which one of? I need to get dressed and check. I'm getting up first and run to the bathroom. And you close your eyes and slowly count to 5. And only then can you get up. Deal. Isaac, that goes for you too. I will also close my eyes and count to 5 because I don't want to see anything that's unbecoming of me. Okay, well, I have to read the text. 1, 2, don't peek. 3, 4, 4.5, 5. Ready or not, here I come. You guys were not playing hide and seek, bro. Oh, that's cute. The adventure is only beginning, but the mystery of Beta of the Fox is a little closer now. I'd be happy if you left a review on Steam and added Mayak to your wishlist. Already did ages ago. So, that was the demo to Mayak. Yes, so it has so much charm to it. Again, I think... Oh man, hold on, are there credits? Oh yes, there is. Look at all these credits. You guys aren't gonna put your own names into this? It's okay. But yes, thank you for everyone in the credits page, but also especially thank you to the devs for making this. So, I'm not particularly the biggest space nerd. I mean, I like space, but I'm also like not educated enough in it to really say enough about it. So, if I do get a couple of things wrong, do feel free to correct me and all of that stuff. But, yes, so anyways, the game. I mean, let's get started with the aesthetics first because we're being bombarded with the aesthetics right now. The art, the music, the atmosphere. Oh, so on point. So good. I mean, just the menu right now. It's so good. I really do like it. And of course, the game itself is relatively simple. It's mostly a visual novel, but you can walk around and stuff like that, which is more than most visual novels do, right? Most visual novels is just, dialogue. Click on a certain dialogue option, and then it splits off from there. That's a different sort of path. Granted, this game is linear, but that's fine. So I guess if it was linear, it'd be more like a kinetic novel and not a visual novel, but that's fine. I mean, overall, yeah, I mean, I had fun with it. Obviously, this demo is more or less meant to establish sort of a timeline, or just the beginning of the timeline first. We're meant to establish the mystery. How did Isaac? how did our main character arrive here? How did he get from Nina, from this present, from his cat, to this mysterious place where glow sticks are running out, where light is scarce, where oxygen is running out, the trees dying? What is actually happening? What actually happened in between of those 10 to 20 days? Basically, a little less than a month, apparently. But it's easy to get lost in time if, you're not paying attention to it. The tree that we got at the start, not sure if, I don't know, not sure that's going to be relevant. Interesting. I don't know what's going on here. Because 20 days is actually quite a bit. And 20 days is not reliable because it comes from our main character, and we don't know if he's, we don't know if his, passage of time is reliable. What if it wasn't only 20 days as well? Oh, sorry, I hit my mic. What if there was like a cryostasis in between, or just something that messed with his perception of time in general? So we don't know. So there's that establishes our mystery first. But of course, there's also that Chekhov's gun, because this game tends to use that quite a bit, where it introduces something and that thing will always play into it a little later on, as you can see from the riddles and stuff like that. The tree, Isaac was there, the PC, of course there was that email, which helped with the lore, but of course it also helped with the riddle. The portrait, again, the back of it, that's for the third riddle as well. So overall, the riddles are, everything ties in together. They're not too difficult. They don't come out of the blue, which I'm happy with. I think it's very easy to really overcomplicate riddles in the solution, because you're the dev, you know what to do. But if you're the player, chances are you can make things really complicated, and then you can sort of trip over your feet. So I'm glad they kept it relatively simple. Now, one thing that I do want to highlight is also it establishes the mystery, but then establishes our character dynamics. It establishes our characters, what they do and all that stuff. So our main character, obviously sort of an astrophysicist and stuff like that. Nina is an artist, and of course we have a cat, Isaac, probably named after Isaac Newton, probably, I don't know, just a guess. But this dialogue is interesting, mainly because aside from just establishing character dynamics, it's pretty well written dialogue. It's difficult to write dialogue that sounds like dialogue, and you'll see this a lot in many other games that need to give out lore. You'll see this a lot where dialogue doesn't become dialogue, it becomes an exposition machine, where it's like, oh, there's my brother, oh yes, my brother that I love very much. You can sort of see it in movies as well. I think a great example of dialogue not sounding like dialogue is Madame Web, where she goes, oh, he was in the Amazon with my mother, with researching spiders, or something along those lines. And that was tossed in the trailer because obviously they need to give exposition, but that's not something that you would ever say in real life. And even then, I butchered that line. I butchered that line because otherwise I couldn't just say it, because it would sound so unnatural. But overall, the dialogue here was actually established pretty well. It established things without coming across as exposition, right? Like we've had certain dialogues that hinted at certain things, and of course certain actions let the audience, which is us, piece together what the dynamics are, what the hints are, and all of that stuff. For example, his relationship with Nina and stuff like that. I mean, it's not exactly subtle, right? It's not exactly subtle. They wake up in the same bed. There, that's all you need to know. They wake up in the same bed, you know that they're intimate, you know that they're in some sort of relationship, and that's good enough. So yeah, like that's all you know. He doesn't need to say, oh, this is Nina, I love her very much, and we smash, you know, like that. That's not necessary, but a lot of games do tend to sort of give that exposition dialogue, and then of course there's like little monologues where it's like, okay, like I might have screwed some stuff up. Oh, you know, maybe I made things too awkward with my jokes. Oh, she's so beautiful, right? Like, I like these little additions. They don't serve much purpose, but they reinforce things that we already know. They give a sort of background behind our characters as well. Their thoughts. I mean, I like monologues. I like, inner dialogue as well. I mean, if you guys are familiar with the very famous visual novel, Fate's Stay Night, you would know the majority of that is actually monologue, inner dialogue, and all of that stuff. Which is why if you watch the anime, a lot of stuff sort of gets skimmed over, but in the visual novel, Ishiro has so much internal monologue. That's why the visual novel is so long, because it's just filled with details and all of that stuff, which gets lost in a translation into an anime format. So I'm glad that they're introducing little bits of dialogue here and there that do actually sound, normal. Again, it's very, very easy to make dialogue not sound like dialogue, and I'm glad that they managed to, give dialogue proper dialogue, to make dialogue proper dialogue, So yeah, overall, I know that there wasn't much that really happened in the demo, but it gave us a behind-the-scenes look at the mystery. It established it, and then of course, once we sort of unravel the mystery, that's when we can start heading into our main story, into the other chapters, and it also establishes all of our characters. So, not much happened, but it did serve to, prep us. It did serve to sort of, it's basically an exposition chapter, I guess, which isn't a bad thing. Even though I would have liked if they sort of flash back forward into, present day main character Dude Man. I forgot his name. Why? Did they ever give his name? I don't know if they ever gave his name. But yeah. Anyways, that was the demo to Mayak. As you can tell, I have high hopes for this game. I mean, clearly a lot of love and passion was put into this. So yeah. I mean, I love my passion projects. I love when the passion of a creator and, their team can be felt through, the results. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where this game goes. And so yeah, that is the demo to Mayak. If you guys want to experience this game without me yapping over it, make sure to download the demo on Steam. And of course, if you guys want to support the devs and all of that stuff, make sure to wishlist the game because of algorithm boosts and so on. And so yeah, hope you guys have a good morning, afternoon, evening, depending on when and where you guys are. And see you guys next time. Bye bye. See you and take care. Bye.